Welcome to QA Automation Hub. So in this video, let's see what is an if-else statement in Java. So this is one of the important control statement that we have in Java, and how this executes. If statement is nothing but it just tests the Boolean condition whether it is true or false. So if it is true, it will execute the code that is given inside that block. If it is false, then it will execute the condition that is given inside the else block. Okay, but it can be given in different structures like if statement alone, or you can give if else statement, or if you can give if else if, and that can be a ladder structure, and then you can give it as a nested if also. Okay, if statement is nothing but just it will you will give a if and boolean condition, and inside that block you will be writing your logic. Okay, and if the boolean condition is true, then it will execute this logic. If it is false, then nothing will happen. Okay, so if it is false, then you want to execute some logic, means then you have to give it as an if else statement. Okay, so in the if else statement you can see here, if condition it will check, if it is true it will execute this block inside the if. Okay, if it is false, then it will come to the else block, and it will execute the logics that is available inside this else block. Okay, so this is called if else statement, and this is else if ladder. It's nothing but you can keep on giving many conditions, and based on the condition which is getting true, it will execute the code. Okay, so for example, here you have if condition, and in this condition it will check whether it is true. Condition 1 is if it is true, then it will execute the code that is available inside the if block. Okay, if condition 1 is false, then it will come to the else if condition 2, and here it will check whether it is true or false. If it is true, it will execute this block. If it is false, then it will come out of this else if condition 2, it will come to the else if condition 3, and here it will check whether the condition is true or not. It is true, then it will execute this code inside this block. If it is false, then it will go to other else if it is available. If nothing is not available, then you have, if you have given a else block, then it will come to this else block. Okay, and it will execute this code, and it will come out of the else if ladder statement. Okay, it will come out of this blocks completely. And this is nested if else. It's nothing but first it will check for the if this is the parent structure, right? So boolean condition, it will check if it is true, it will execute the code inside that, and it will check the other if condition that is given inside that. So this is nested if. Okay, if the condition is true, then it will execute the block inside the if it is false, then it will come to the nested else. Okay, nested else, it will execute this block if it is the condition is false for this if, and then it will come out of it. If in the parent itself, if the condition fails, then it will not come to this nested if filter. It will directly come to the parent else block, and it will execute the code, and it will come out of the statement. Okay, so these are the types that we have in if else statement in Java, and now we will see with an good example. Okay, so I have created a class file here, and we will create a simple method, public static void, and I will give the method name as search, mobile search or something. Okay, and we will pass some parameter inside this one, like string mobile name, int amount, and we will pass a boolean value also, some boolean flag or something. Okay, and we will create an simple if statement alone now inside this method. First we will create it for the integer type. Okay, so how we will create it, amount equal to some 20,000. Okay, and we'll put a print statement here. Oh, sorry. Don't put it in string. Okay. All right. Okay. So I have given a simple print statement here. Amount searched in e-commerce site is available, and I'm printing that amount. Okay. So this is the assignment operator which we have seen in our Java operators tutorial, right? So let's put greater than or equal to. So that will be fine. And now we will put a if statement for string. Okay. What is the string value in the parameter? Mobile name, right? So it has some uh, operations to verify the equals, right? Okay, so we will verify whether the mobile name is equal to Oppo. Okay, and here also we'll put a simple print statement. Okay, so I have given a print statement for the string if statement also. Okay, now let us put for an boolean. So for boolean, you don't want to specify anything. Okay, just give the boolean value. What is that? The variable is flag, right? So now the flag, it will check whether it is true. Okay, since it is boolean, it will come here as true or false, right? It will check whether it is true. If it is true, let's put that inside yes statement. Okay, flag value is true or something. Okay, and let me print that flag value here. All right, so now we will quickly call this method from the main method, and first I will pass the value as Oppo for mobile name, and for amount I will pass it as 30,000, and here I will pass it as true. Okay, for boolean. And now let's run this program. I'll run this program. Okay, and here in the output you can see amount searched, so it went inside. How it went inside? Amount is what we have given, 30,000. So it will come to this if statement. 30,000 is greater than or equal to 20,000. Okay, it is greater than 20,000, so it passed. Okay, this condition is true. Now this condition is true, so it comes inside the block and it is printing this statement or logics that we are giving inside, right? It will execute. Simple. Okay, and this if block I have given for an string example, and you can put this like dot equals. So this is string, right? So it has some inbuilt classes, sorry, methods in this class, string class. So I am using that dot equals, and I am passing the value which I want to compare. Okay, so this condition is also true now because we are passing here as Oppo only. So it comes inside this block, and it is executing the logics that we have given. So for now we have given only the print statement, and next it will come here if flag. Okay, just it will check flag. If it is true, it is coming inside. If it is false, it will go out of it. Okay, so now let's change this to false. Okay, I'm changing it to false, and here you can see this statement will not execute because we don't have an else statement here, right? It will come and check this. Since this flag is false, it will not come inside this block. Okay, since we don't have any else statement also for this if block, for this if, it will not print anything, and see here only the first two things has been printed here. And if you change this to 10,000 or something, then the first if statement also will not get executed. Only the second, this one alone gets executed because 10 is greater or equal to 20,000. No, it's not. So it is false. So since this if statement does not have any else block, it is not printing anything for this condition. Okay, only it executes here. Even here, if you are changing to something to Vivo or something, it will not come. Okay, nothing will be printed. So that's what. So if you want to give an else block, then if the value that passed inside this is not matching also, or if the condition is getting false also, it will come to the else block and it will print. Okay, so let's put an else block here, and I will put the print statement for all three conditions. Okay, okay, so now you can see here I have given the else block for every if statement. Okay, so it now it will come and check here. If it is not true also, it will not execute this, and it will come out and it will check for the else block. Okay, for this if this is the else block, so it will print this one. And for this if this is the else block, so if it doesn't matches as Oppo, then it will print this one. Flag, if it is not true, then it will come to the else block and it will print this value. Okay, and now let's execute this program here. And here you can see everything is coming from the else block. Okay, e-commerce site is not available, 10,000. E-commerce mobile searched in e-commerce site is not available, Vivo. And flag value is false, and it is printing it correctly. So now it comes to the else block. You can see here not available. Okay, so it prints from the else block for the first if, and for the second if it prints from the else block. Okay, not available. And for the third, flag value is false. Okay, so now you can see the else block is getting executed. So if you want to give an else block, then you can give it, and that is a recommended way also, because if this fails also, you can able to capture why it is failing, and that gives some good, or you can give any logics inside the else block also. Okay, so this is called if else block. And here one thing, you should not put equal to here. Okay, since if you are putting equal to for string. Okay, now if I run this program, wait, I will put here as Oppo. And here you can see it prints properly even with the equal to. Okay, because if it will just check for the reference. Okay, if I am creating this value as some object, okay, separately, so now this will create a space in heap, right? In this case it will fail. Okay, see here, is not available. Now you are getting mobile searched in e-commerce site is not available, so it is not working now. Okay, so because this value will separately create a space in heap. All right, so that is the problem. So you should not use for string equal to, always use the method that is available in the string class, okay, and give the value inside that one. So this is one important thing, because sometimes if you are using equal to, right, if the reference is created in heap, then it will be a problem. Okay, so this one I have to note it down for string, and we have seen if statement for an integer, string, and boolean value. And now let's see what is an else if ladder. Okay, now let's see what is an if else if ladder. Okay, so for that, just let's create some if condition using the same parameter mobile name dot equals oppo. Okay, and we will put an logical and operator here. So and operator means both the conditions should be true. If both the conditions are true, then it will comes to this if block. Okay, and we'll put like greater than equal to 20,000. Okay, and inside this if block, let's print some value. User searches for high range Oppo mobiles. Okay, so this is a simple statement I am giving inside the block of code. And in else if is nothing but give else space if, and here also you have to give a condition. Okay, for else you don't want to give condition, but for else if you need to give condition similar to an if block. Okay, dot equals, here also we'll give it as Oppo. Okay, Oppo, and amount is less than or equal to 20,000. And let's print some value here like user searches for low range Oppo mobiles. Okay, and we'll put another two else if condition for Vivo similar to this one. Okay, okay, so I have given two else if for Vivo, and similarly I'm checking the mobile name, and amount is greater than or equal to 20,000 means it is an high range Vivo mobile. Okay, user searches for high range Vivo mobile, and if it is less than or equal to 20,000 means he is searching for a low range Vivo mobile. And these are some if condition and else if conditions. Okay, and finally I'm giving an else condition. So here you can see you don't want to give any condition, just a block of code you can write it here. Okay, any logics you can write inside the else if everything gets failed. Okay, and now let us pass some value here from the method. I'm giving it as Oppo and 10,000. Okay, and I'm running this program. Here you can see it is printing user searches for low range Oppo mobiles. Got it? So first it will come to this if statement. It will check for this condition mobile name dot equals Oppo. Yes, it is equal only. So this is true. And next it will go here. It will check for this condition. Amount is greater than or equal to 20,000. 10,000 is not greater than 20,000 is not equal to also 20,000. So this gets false. For an logical AND operator, both should be true. Then only this whole condition will become true. Correct? So here it is false, so it is not true. Okay, this condition then now it becomes false, so it will not come inside this block. It will go to the else if block now. Okay, and here it is checking, yes, this is true, and amount is less than or equal to 20,000. It will check 10,000 is less than 20,000. Okay, so this is also true. Okay, and this whole condition now it is giving the result as true. So it goes inside this block and it is printing user searches for low range Oppo mobiles. Okay, can you see here it is coming properly now. And if I give this as Vivo and some 40,000. Okay, and now if I run this program, you can see user searches for high range Vivo mobiles. Okay, first it will come here mobile name dot equals Oppo. No, it's Vivo, right? It fails and amount is greater than or equal to 40,000. 40,000 is greater than 20,000. So this gets true, okay, but this is false. So it will not come inside this if block, okay, and it goes to the else if this is false since we have given Vivo, and this is also false, so it will not come inside this else if block, and it switches to next else if and Vivo, okay, so this is true. And 40,000 is greater than or equal to 20,000. Yes, 40,000 is greater than 20,000, so it is true. So this both becomes true now, and it comes inside this else if block, and it is printing the value, okay. It will execute the logic inside that block. All right. So for example, if you are giving some one plus or something here, can we check what happens? You can see it will check for all this if else if everything it will check. So everywhere we are giving Oppo and Vivo, right? So this condition anyway it's going to get failed, okay, it will become false. So this conditions will not get executed now, and it will come to the else block, and it is printing user search criteria is not available in the list. Okay, so this is an simple structure of an else if block. Okay, since you have given logical and it is failing here, but if you give or operator, what will happen? For everywhere you are giving or operator, then let's see what happens. I'm running this program, and you can see the first one itself it gets printed. User searches for, because what happens here, it will check for OnePlus, right? It will check for here mobile name is equal to OnePlus. No, it is false. Okay, but 40,000 is greater than 20,000. It is true. For or logical or, what will happen if one condition gets true also, it will come inside this block. Okay, so that's why it came inside this block, and it printed this statement. Okay. Okay, fine. And now we can give multiple conditions also, logical conditions also. So let's see one condition like that. Okay, so I will add one more parameter here called string delivery location. Okay, and we'll set some location that are allowed for this mobile delivery. Okay, and here so let's consider this two statements. It has to check as a single condition as how it did now, and we will put a condition for delivery location here with and operator. Okay, delivery location dot equals okay, if it is Chennai then it will deliver, if it is other than Chennai then it will not deliver the mobile phone. Okay, so let's put here another sir, location criteria matches something, we'll put it. Okay, location criteria matches. Okay, all right, so let's put it something like Oppo, and here you need to pass the parameter, right? Let's pass it as Chennai now. Okay, so yeah, now the error has been gone, and we will print this one. You can see here it goes inside this one, prints high range Oppo mobiles, and location criteria also matches. So now what it will do, you have to put it in bracket. Okay, so this two things it will check it as one condition. Okay, and it will check here whether it is Oppo. Yes, it's Oppo. Whether it is greater than or equal to 20,000. Yes, so this condition, okay, the whole condition becomes true now. And here it will check delivery location dot equals Chennai. Yes, we have passed Chennai only, right? So this is also true, and since it is an AND operator, this should get true, and this is also should get true, and if both are true then it will come inside. Okay, say for example if I am changing this to Mumbai, then you can see it will not come inside here. See here, it is not coming inside this high range Oppo mobiles, because this condition gets passed. Okay, this condition will get passed and it is true now. Okay, and this will be added as a combined true condition now. Okay, so it will check one by one, and finally it will make it as true, and it will go here. It is checking here, no, it's not equal to Chennai, right? It's Mumbai, so this gets false. So the whole condition, so it will keep on adding, you can keep on adding multiple and operator, multiple or operator, but the scope that you have to define it should be proper. Okay, based on your requirement criteria you have to specify, and then you write your logics inside the if statements. Okay, so this is for an example I have given, because mostly they used to give some simple condition and they will explain the if statement logics, but it will be more complex like this when you come to, it's not much complex, but it will be like this when you come to write your code in the real time. Okay, so you will be giving multiple logical operators with multiple statements conditions, and it will check for all conditions and then it will come to the if block. Okay, so this is called as an else if ladder. Okay, and now let's see what is an nested if else. Okay, so I will remove this uh, combination. Okay, and let's put it as oppo and with an and operator here. Okay, and we will put an another nested if here, something like delivery location dot equals Chennai. Okay, we will put it in an nested if, and if it is Chennai, then you will print something like location for the delivery is available. Okay, and we'll print the delivery location here. All right, so let's put it like for Mumbai also we'll put an or statement here, something like delivery dot equals or Mumbai. Okay, and we'll put an else if condition here, like else if um, something like delivery location dot equals something like abroad Australia or something. Okay, and here we'll put a print statement, and um, delivery will be charged higher, something like that, will be charged higher, and we'll print the delivery location here. So this is a simple nested else if statement I am giving it inside. Okay, you can keep on giving, it will go one by one and it will check. Okay, in if you are giving multiple nested if also, and here just we will print something like, okay, inside else I have given users location search is not available. Okay, so this is called as a nested if statement. Okay, inside an if it will go and check here, if both are true then it will come inside, it will print the statement, and it is going the nested if statement, and it will check here, if it is true then it will come inside, and it will start executing this if statements. Okay, if it is false then it will go to the nested else if, and if it is false then it will go to the nested else statement. Okay, and it will come out. If it fails here, then it will come to the else if block. If want, we can give this nested if else inside this one also. Okay, so I will give that also inside now. Okay, so now I have given an nested if else statement inside every if statement, else if statement, similarly. Okay, so it is available in every else if statement. All right, so you can see here it is a little bit confusing, right, when you see this code. So simple way to find it out in Eclipse, if you want to find the else if statement where it ends, just keep the cursor here. You can see this one has been highlighted, right? So this else if block completes here. Okay, and this else block, if you keep it here you can see it completes here. And similarly if you want to find the whole structure, right, say for example I'm keeping it in the last one, you can go up, see here, this is the method starting, so you can find this easily. This if statement is completely, this is an if statement. Okay, and here this is an else if, you keep it here, and this is else if. So this is how you can find out the scope of that if statements. All right, so now let's give something like oppo 40,000. Okay, oppo 40,000 and Mumbai we will give it, and we will run this program here. And here you can see it enters into the first block, right? So because it checks here oppo, yeah, it's correct, 40,000 is greater than 20,000, so it will come inside this if block itself. Okay, and it is checking here whether user searches for high range mobiles, it get printed here, and now it goes to the nested else. nested if statement. Okay, so here also same thing will happen. First it will check here, either it is Chennai or Mumbai. Okay, so this get false because it is not Chennai. Okay, this condition gets false, but since it is a logical or, it comes here, yeah, it is Mumbai, right? So this is true, so any one it is true, right? So it goes inside and it is printing location for the delivery is available as Mumbai. Got it? Now if I change this to something like Australia or something, okay, and it should go to the else if block in the first if statement. You see here, so it comes inside this one, right? It comes inside this one, same thing will happen, and it prints this statement, and here it is checking, it is not equals, so it will not come to this if block, nested if block. Okay, right, so once again, if it is not, it will not come to this if block, and it goes to the else if block. Since it is Australia, it is printing delivery will be charged higher, and it is printing the delivery location here. Okay, and if you give some other country like UK or something, let's see what happens. It will go to the else block. Okay, simple. So it comes here. It is not coming to this block also now. Else if also. So it goes to the else block finally, and it lists like user location search is not available, and it is printing the delivery location. Okay. Similar way it will happen. It will check each and every else condition, if else condition, and it will print based on it. See now, since it is Oppo, right, it fails here. Okay, since it is an AND operator, it will not come to the if block, and it goes here. Since it is Oppo, it fails here, and it will not come to inside this else if block. Okay, and it goes here. Vivo, yes, this is true, and 40,000, right, is greater than 20,000. So it comes here and it prints the user searches for high range Vivo mobiles. Okay, and it comes here and checks Chennai. No. Australia, no. And finally, it goes here to the else block, and it prints user location search is not available. If you give it as Chennai, then it will print the first statement that is given inside the nested if. Which one? It will go to this one. Okay, system user location search is available, and it is displaying the delivery location. So this is called as an nested if statement. Okay, you can give multiple things, whatever you want you can give it inside, and if you change something like one plus, then it will directly come out of all if else if ladders. Okay, what happened? Okay, oh, okay, so here it is or, right, so we have to change it as and, so that's why it went inside. Okay, so if you change it as and, then it will not go inside, but you have to keep it as and only, because one plus, it's definitely mobile name needs to be checked, right, in such criteria. So definitely you have to give it as and, or is not a proper thing. So you have to give and you have to check the logics. All right, so now you can see it comes out of all the else if ladders, inside nested if else also it checked and it came out, and finally it comes to this else statement and it is printing user search criteria is not available in the list. Since one plus is not at all available in this list, it finally prints the else print statement here. Okay, so this is called as a nested if statements, and this is a main control statement that you will be using at many times when you are writing your code. So make sure that you have to give some complex conditions also here inside this if statements, and based on that conditions you have to go and write your code logics, and that should properly matches. Okay, so you can find it, it will be somewhat uh, uh, you will find it difficult to find which statements is inside which one, but using this code block open flower brackets, right, you can find it which is the scope of that if statements. Okay, so that's it with this if statement of Java, and thanks for watching my video.